Are you curious about living in Edmonds, Washington? From the shopping, restaurants, schools, and the housing market, this video is for you. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Gus Montgomery. In today's video, we're going to talk about Edmonds, Washington. And we're going to explain everything there is to know about living in Edmonds. We're going to do that through a Google Map tour. So follow me to my laptop.
All right, welcome back to my laptop. We are here talking about Edmonds, Washington. Edmonds, Washington is a beautiful waterfront community. It is about 15 miles north of Seattle, Washington, and about 18 miles south of Everett, Washington. It has about 43,000 residents. As far as proximity to Seattle, if we look at the distance without traffic from Edmonds to Seattle, we are looking at a 22 to 26-minute drive. Granted, this is without traffic. With traffic, it will vary depending on the time of the day, but let's say you're going on a weekday morning at 6:30, your commute could range up to 40 minutes. Let's look at the proximity from Edmonds to the SeaTac International Airport, which is the largest airport in Washington State. So without traffic, it's about a 35-minute drive. So if you're planning on flying a lot out of the state, out of the country, it's good to know that you're about a 35-minute drive from SeaTac International Airport without traffic. For those that are new to my channel, there's one airport north of Seattle that I like to talk about frequently because it's super convenient, and that is Payne-Field Airport. From Edmonds, Payne-Field Airport, it's about a 20 to 24-minute drive away from Edmonds, Washington. Now, as we talk more about Payne-Field Airport, if you're not familiar, Payne-Field Airport is a smaller airport north of Seattle. Payne-Field Airport is really convenient if you're flying to cities in the states of California, Arizona, and Nevada. It's a really small airport, has one security checkpoint. The hotel lobby is the airport lobby is very similar to a hotel-like lobby, as you can see in these photos. But yes, if you're flying to Nevada, California, Arizona, this is super convenient alternative to SeaTac Airport. All right, next up, let's talk about the shopping in Edmonds. Edmonds is well known for their downtown Edmonds area along Main Street. So a lot of the shopping that you'll be looking for will be in the downtown Edmonds area. They offer upscale boutiques, bookstores, art, flower, travel, and gift shops along the vibrant Main Street. One of the places I like to highlight is the Edmonds Bookshop, which is located in that downtown area. It's an independent neighborhood bookstore, good for all genres. They also have clubs, book club meetings as well. Another place I wanted to mention is Terry's Toy Box. So a lot of great boutique-like stores. So it's definitely something worth checking out. And you're close to all the things that Edmonds has to offer. We're going to talk about, the Edmonds Ferry later in this video. You're also located next to all the beaches and the parks. So just a really vibrant area that's definitely worth checking out for your shopping needs and also for things to do. If you are looking for more variety in your shopping, Edmonds is conveniently located next to or close to the Alderwood Mall in Lynnwood, Washington. So if we're looking at the distance from Edmonds to the Alderwood Mall, you're looking at a 20-minute drive without traffic. The Alderwood Mall is a popular indoor-outdoor mall with a bunch of different department stores. As you can see in the photos of the AMC movie theater. Honestly, probably one of the best malls in Western Washington. As you can see, it has a Nordstrom REI. But yeah, if you're looking for a plethora of options as far as clothing, furniture, it's good to know that Alderwood Mall is only a 20-minute drive away from Edmonds. Alderwood Mall also has a good selection of restaurants connected to the mall. So it's a really good place to hang out, do your shopping, get something to eat, something for the whole family. It gets pretty crowded during the weekends, so definitely something to keep in mind. All right, next up, let's talk about the restaurants in Edmonds. Now, as we mentioned earlier in the video, along the downtown area by the waterfront, you'll have a lot of good selections of restaurants to eat at. When in doubt, go in the waterfront by Edmonds, downtown Edmonds, and you'll have a good selection of restaurants. But there's some restaurants that I want to highlight in this video. One of them is the Rusty Pelican Cafe. This is a well-known breakfast cafe located north of Seattle. There's other locations besides the one in Edmonds, and it gets pretty crowded on the weekends, so definitely keep that in mind if you're planning to stop by for brunch. But really good selection of breakfast items. As you see, they have waffles, good pancake and egg dishes, eggs Benedict. So Rusty Pelican's definitely a restaurant worth checking out. Another restaurant that I wanted to mention is the Maize and Barley, which is located on Main Street in downtown Edmonds. Maize and Barley, which is a Caribbean style cafe, very cozy, but it's really good to have restaurants with a variety of different types of foods, and there's not too many Caribbean spots in the area. So the fact that you have one in Edmonds, located in downtown, is definitely a plus. Another restaurant I wanted to mention is Girardi's, which is an Italian restaurant located in Edmonds. Rustic Italian eatery with patio seating, really good happy hours, very good curbside appeal with the front door and the signs in the front. So for those looking for their Italian fix in Edmonds, that's a beautiful looking pasta dish right there. Definitely check out Girardi's. The last place I wanted to mention as far as restaurants is Ipolo Bistro, located in Edmonds. It's a Mediterranean bistro and bar serving pizzas. As you can see, great location by the waterfront in Edmonds. You can see they have a pretty extensive bar selection. Get a good array of dishes and entrees to select from. All right, next up, let's talk about things to do in Edmonds. As you can see, there is a theme in Edmonds. The location of things to do as far as shopping, restaurants is kind of all in the same location. So it's a very festive place to be. As we mentioned before, you are on the waterfront, so I did want to talk about the ferry. So there is a ferry that you can take from Edmonds over to Kingston. So Kingston is a town across the Puget Sound that you could take a short ferry ride to from Edmonds. So a lot of people like to do day trips to Kingston. They have a beautiful little town. If you want to be by the water, get something to eat, go for a stroll. Very common to take a day trip on the ferry from Edmonds to Kingston. You can walk on the ferry and walk off and hang out in Kingston. You can drive your car on the ferry. So you have a lot of good options taking the ferry from Edmonds to Kingston. Other things to do is you have the Marina Beach Park, which is a shorefront park, and you can watch the ferries from this beach park. You have beach access, playground, picnicking, a lot of good options, good views, as you can see in the photos. Next up, you have Meldale Beach Park, another beach park. Edmonds has so many different options. So if you're a fan of being by the water, Edmonds is a community that you should definitely look into. You also have Edmonds City Park. You have Olympic Beach, Another place I wanted to mention is the Brackus Landing South. Just another good place to chill, relax, hang out, wash berries, chill by the water. So you're definitely not short on options as far as things to do when you're being by the water. All right, so one other place that's not water related that I wanted to mention that's located in Edmonds is Whirlyball. So it's a amusement park that has competitive bumper car games that you can do with your friends and family. I've seen companies rent these out for team building events, birthday parties. So it's a place just to have fun, competition, with bumper cars, something that's different. There's not anything like this in the Puget Sound area. This is truly one of one. So if you're looking for something that's out of the ordinary, maybe not water related, Whirlyball in Edmonds is definitely something worth checking out. All right, next up, let's talk about the schools in Edmonds. In Edmonds, you have the Edmonds School District. It has about 34 schools and 22,000 students. And one thing I like to do is look at the high schools in the school district, just to give you an idea of the facilities in that school district. So they have five main high schools in the district. The first one I want to highlight is Edmonds WA High School. Just check out their facilities. Great overview shot of the school campus. You can see the baseball and football field as well. All right, next up is Linwood High School. Linwood High School is technically located in Bothell, but it is still in the Edmonds School District. Here's a look at their athletic facilities outside. You can see the school building straight ahead. All right, next up is Meadowdale High School. Meadowdale High School has a Linwood address, but it is in the Edmonds School District. All right, next up is Montlake Terrace High School. It's located in the town of Montlake Terrace, but it is considered Edmonds School District. You know, overview shot of the campus when it snows. Doesn't snow too often like this in the area, but it's actually really cool to see a overview shot of the facilities. Yes, the baseball field. You got the school campus right here. And the last high school that we're going to mention, that's one of the 5 main high schools, is Scriber Lake High School. And Scriber Lake doesn't have any photos on Google, but it is located in Edmonds, Washington. But yeah, that'll just give you an idea of the school facilities and the public school system in Edmonds School District. All right, next up, let's talk about the housing market in Edmonds, Washington. All right, so the median home price in Edmonds for a single family home is $900,000. For a condo, the median home price in Edmonds is $553,000. Now, if you compare the median home prices of Edmonds compared to Seattle, the Seattle median home price for a single family home is $875,000. And for a condo, it's $525,000. So it's pretty similar as far as median home prices. Edmonds for a single family home is about $25K more. For condos, it's about a $28,000 difference on the higher end, but very similar median home prices. However, if you compare Edmonds to the Snohomish County median home price, the Snohomish County median home price for a single family home is $730,000. For a condo, it's $480,000. So those are median prices for Snohomish County overall. So Edmonds is considerably higher than the Snohomish County median home price. If you look at the appreciation of median home prices for Snohomish, it has appreciated really well, especially when we look at January of 2020. So the median home price for a single family resident in January 2020 at Edmonds was $625,000. For a condo, it was $450,000. And as you can see, the homes have continued to appreciate in Edmonds when you compare it back to January 2020 for all the things that we mentioned in the video as far as restaurants and things to do. But this section will just give you a glimpse of the housing market in Edmonds, Washington.
All right, that is it for the Google Map tour of Edmonds, Washington. And thank you for taking the time to learn about Edmonds with me. If you value this content, please like and subscribe to his YouTube channel, and I'll continue to provide more value going forward. Until next time, take care.